Today's obituaries are brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home. Funeral services for Joe Wayne Maddox, age 73 of Coleman, will be at 2 p.m. tomorrow at Corinth West Methodist Church. Wayne Jetton, Father Marcus Voss, and Edwin Guthrie will officiate interment in the church cemetery. The body will lie in state from 1 to 2 p.m. at the church, with a singing at 1:45 p.m. Coleman Funeral Home is directing. Mr. Maddox passed away Tuesday. Visitation will be tonight from 6 to 9 p.m., or let's make that 8 p.m. at the funeral home. Ms. Margaret C. D. Cosper of Vinemont passed away Wednesday at Coleman Regional Medical Center. She was age 66. Visitation will be tomorrow at Moss Service Funeral Home in Coleman from 11 a.m. until service time at 1 p.m. Funeral services for Betty Jean Mamaw Johnson, age 81 of Coleman, will be at 2 p.m. today at Moss Service Funeral Home Chapel. The Reverend Dylan Calvert officiating interment in Ryan's Creek Cemetery. Moss Service is directing. Funeral services for William David Carter, age 72 of Coleman, will be at 2 p.m. Sunday at Moss Service Funeral Home Chapel. Pastor Fred Rivers will officiate. Moss Service is directing. Mr. Carter passed away on Tuesday. Visitation will be 6 to 8 p.m. Saturday at the funeral home. And those are our obituaries for today, brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home.
Welcome to Today on 2. It is Friday, the 18th day of January. We made it to work.
We made it to work, everyone, and that is an accomplishment today.
It certainly is.
Yes.
Not all of our staff was able to get to work today, but some of us did.
Yes.
And I think everybody probably has stories to tell about yesterday.
Oh, yes.
We'll get to that in just a little bit, but let's start with the weather forecast for today. Our weather brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet on Cherokee Avenue. Make the switch to Mitch. The weather almanac for January 18th, the average high temperature 53, the average low 27, the record high 74 degrees in 1943, the record low 4 degrees in the year 2003. Sunset this afternoon at 4 minutes after 5, and sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:51. There's the satellite picture, and it looks like the precipitation that we've had for over a week now, I believe.
It's gone!
It's finally gone.
Yes.
Let the snow go back where it belongs, up north. Here's the forecast. Look at there. Sunny every day from now for the next week. Sunny today, a high near 49. Boy, as soon as that sun clears the horizon, we should see quite a bit of melting. Clear tonight, low near 31. Sunny tomorrow, 54, 55 on Sunday, 46 Monday, dropping down cooler temperatures on Tuesday and Wednesday, but still plenty of sunshine, 58 by Thursday. So there we go with the weather outlook. Let's start with school announcements for today. I believe from what everyone that I have been able to determine is starting 2 hours late. The county schools, the city schools, Wallace, and St. Bernard is the only one. They're at 11.
County schools closed today.
County schools are closed all day. Okay. City schools at 10 o'clock. Wallace, I believe, at 10 o'clock.
Yes, Wallace at 10.
And St. Bernard at 11. And the county schools closed all day today because, some of the county roads are still a mess.
Oh, yes. My mother works at Axis, which is right beside where West Point High School is, and she said people were trying to get to West Point and pick up their children. There were so many wrecks along that road.
Yep, a lot of just backups in traffic. They tell us that the interstate is still very, very slow. Traffic backed up, just one lane. So I don't know if you have to travel to Birmingham or Huntsville. I don't know if I would even try it for a while. But anyway, that's the situation. You had a friend that had a exciting time going home yesterday.
Yes, I have a friend who lives in Hartselle, and he was going to take the back roads to try to get home instead of trying to get on the highway or the interstate, and, ended up flipped over in a creek. And it's amazing because he and his friend, they carpool to school together every day, and this is just a miracle of God, is because their car ended up upside down, and there was a back window that had broken open, and they just both crawled out the back window, no scratches, nothing. And that is just, we serve a God who is just truly amazing. Miracles really can happen.
How true that is. Hey, somebody else made it to work today.
Hello!
We're surprised when anybody walks in the door. Yes, that was a miracle.
Yes.
And like I say, I know that a lot of people have stories to tell about yesterday. Let's check our Facebook friends. Who is our friend for today?
Our Facebook friend for today is Heatherly Tribble, and she likes cooking and shopping. She sounds like my kind of lady. And if you would like to be our Facebook friend of the day, all you have to do is go on Facebook and friend us, Channel 2 Coleman.
And this is Friday. That's politics. Who's with us today?
Senator Mac Buttram has made it to the station. So,
Representative,
yes.
Mac Buttram. Yes, made it through the snow, driving down Thrill Hill. He could probably tell us stories about that too. George is here. Tom Drake is here. So we'll have That's Politics right after this commercial break.
Lasting relationships we have with our customers. We'll go almost anywhere to meet your banking needs.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Cullman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Meet the KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop. It might just change the way you cook. Induction technology heats the pan and not the cooking surface to offer you a new level of precision, speed, and energy efficiency. 9 settings give you different levels of heat to achieve precise temperatures and amazing responsiveness. Water boils in just seconds, making this the fastest to boil induction cooktop available. The KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
Here we go. Stand by. All right. Welcome to That's Politics on a Friday, a cold Friday, but it could be worse, couldn't it? Let's see. We welcome our guest this morning, Representative Mac Buttram, who have you spent much time in Montgomery for the past couple of months or so?
Been down a few times. I'm on an interim committee, the Sunset Committee, that meets monthly, June through October, I guess, and down there monthly for that. But then been back a few times. When I go south for something, I just usually go by and do some work. Been working on some bills, getting information, and things like that.
Well, welcome Tom Drake too this morning. Was it cold out in your neck of the woods?
Very cold. A lot colder out there than it is in town. It snowed more out there.
I think a lot of people are learning what I learned again this morning, and that is getting out of your driveway is one of the hardest things to do. You know, if you're last year I learned year before last to leave my car at the end of the driveway because it's downhill to my house. So it's a lot easier to get on those roads that have already been traveled a good bit. But anyway, having said that, let me ask you this, Mac. I saw a story yesterday. AL.com had a story regarding the legislature preparing an agenda that seemed to be heavy on Obamacare and gun rights.
The Republican caucus, yeah. We dare defend our rights as our sort of motto for 2013 in the legislature. We've already done the Obamacare, the constitutional amendment that was voted on in November, but that's an example pretty much of what we want to do to try to stop encroachment as much as we can from the federal government into state issues.
Mr. Drake, do you think government's getting too close to the people and regulating them with gun control and these other issues?
Well, that gun control thing is a hard one for you to vote for.
Yeah.
I mean, that something needs to be done. I don't know what it is, but I think the caliber of the guns has a lot to do with it. If it just bring that down to where they have 2 or 3 shells in a gun, and that's it, that'd be all right. I thought you wouldn't have all those people killed.
You know, I know I now talked to a couple of candidates for representative, Lydia Haynes and some others, and they're saying that seems to be at the top of the list of concerns by her.
At this point, I get more emails about that than anything else. For me, the Second Amendment is pretty much absolute. It's not a whole lot of wiggle room in there as far as I'm concerned. We have a right to bear arms and to have arms and weapons. So I think anything especially on state level, that would restrict is not going to go. And in fact, we're going to try to bolster what our Constitution, Alabama Constitution, always says about it.
Okay, all right. We'll take a break and we'll be right back after this.
There's stuff around your house, but we don't make stuff. We make ovens. Dual fuel, double ovens. And they bake so evenly that now delicious is something you can depend on. We only make things for one room. The best room. Your kitchen. We're devoted to it. And you can feel it in everything we make. Nobody knows the kitchen like KitchenAid.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Cullman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Westminster Assisted Living.
It's like 5-star hotel service.
There's a full-service beauty salon, barbershop, library, and activity rooms, private dining room for personal and family entertaining, and a skylit 2-story atrium conversation area. Westminster Assisted Living also has a memory support care unit for residents with Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. Westminster Assisted Living. Come live with us.
At Premier Bank, we take pride in serving our community. We respect our customers, and we've won awards for our ethical conduct. We're motivated to do all we can for you, and we're interested in your banking needs. We're efficient, safe, and sound, and our relationships with our customers are second to none.
At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
We're back with Representative Mac Buttram, talking about a number of things. Gun control, it seems to be catching a lot of headlines. The Madison County Sheriff has stated that whatever comes down the pike, if it's unconstitutional, that he will not enforce it when it comes to gun control or access and such. I don't know where you draw the line and where most people would be in agreement. Would there be anywhere that there'd be an agreement, do you think, Mac?
I can take you some places where people are in agreement.
With or against gun control?
Against gun control.
Right.
And that's most of Coleman County. Mm-hmm. You're going to find that I think the vast majority of people are against any sort of control, and the ones who are in favor of some control, I think it's going to be like Speaker says that it will be, as far as clips or ammunition is concerned, I believe owning the guns themselves. And from what I understand, even the laws that are have been passed, it's like in New York, still don't touch all the assault weapons. So,
right. And they have some strict laws up there, don't they?
The governor says it's the strictest that in this nation. So,
but they still have a lot of shootings. I don't know if someone's intent on doing a bad thing, they'll find a way. You don't have to have a gun. You've got poisons and such that you could use, and you've got other ways of creating havoc. And they're just evil people out there. Maybe guns make it easier for them to do the bad stuff. I don't know. Let me ask you this, though. Is it going to be constitutional? Or can a local sheriff not enforce federal laws?
Ask Judge Moore about the Ten Commandments.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
I think the intent that these sheriffs are expressing is good, but if it comes down to a court telling them what they've got to do, then they've got a tough decision to make. And of course, that's years away if something like that were to happen, or months at least. So we'll see how it goes.
The new Medicaid the changes coming down the line. I believe that there are going to be certain districts, 11 or 12 districts, right?
That's what I read yesterday. I don't have much first-hand information other than what I read in the paper, that there would be in districts would administer, there'd be somebody in Coleman County who would administer for the district that we're in. It'd be, I guess it would contract it with an agency or there's a board to oversee it or something. I really don't have a whole lot of first-hand information. It just came out yesterday that I saw.
I believe that each district has to have a hospital in it.
Yeah, I did see, yeah.
And that there are a lot of places, a lot of counties that don't have hospitals, apparently.
Yeah, some of the smaller communities, hospitals have closed. I know, as far as I know, it's still closed, but in Dadeville, in Tallapoosa County, of course, there's one in the county at Ellick City, but small hospital at Dadeville closed a few years ago.
Let me ask you this. We've got one of our, I believe it's a representative from down toward Birmingham, who wants to get a law passed that allows certain school personnel and teachers whose line of business is law enforcement or whatever, who have a background of how to use weapons, to let them arm themselves and go to school.
That's Representative Kerry Rich over in Albertville. Mm-hmm. My view on school safety and guns is, especially in Coleman County, and that's the one I'm most concerned about, Chief Culpepper and the school board in Coleman and Sheriff Rainey and the school board in Coleman County can best administer safety in Coleman County, in right. Coleman City, and they're the ones that need to make the decisions. I have not heard a lot of support among school personnel for that concept, but and then the Director of Homeland Security, Spencer, I won't say Spencer Backus, but he's a congressman. Yeah. But anyway, the Director of Homeland Security for Alabama has pointed out there's training called active shooter training, and he said only 27% of the law enforcement personnel in Alabama have had the active shooter training. And you've seen those things where they go through like a house and a right. mannequin pops up and right. you have to decide whether it's a good guy or a bad guy and all sorts of situations. So there are very few people who would have the opportunity to have that kind of active shooter training. So it's one of those things that if it comes up, we'll look at very closely, but I will depend on my local school boards to say how they feel about it, and usually try to go along with them as much as I can.
We'll have to take a break. Did you have a quick
point? I was going to talk about the Privacy Act. These doctors, I think, when they have somebody to treat, I think if they think they're going to kill somebody, they should turn it in to law enforcement. I think something needs to be done about that.
I know Obama's got a bill there he'd like to have passed that turns doctors into policemen, basically, when it comes to the gun trade.
Well, and that's already happening, though, for child molestation. I'm not, so...
Yeah, it sure is, yeah.
The doctor has to do that, or
right.
Any professional has to do that.
Let's take a break. We'll be back in the second half.
At Premier Bank, we're a bit old-fashioned. We actually answer the telephone when you call. However, old-fashioned doesn't mean we aren't up to date. With the latest technology, Premier Bank meets the various needs of our customers. Mobile smartphone banking, internet banking, ATMs, convenient offices. At Premier Bank, we have the right products right now with good old-fashioned customer service. At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
20 years ago, it was a different breed of men who came west. They were looking for adventure and excitement. There was plenty of adventure to go around, and lots of excitement. At first, it was the Indians who provided the adventure. And for those who lived to tell about it, there was no question about its being exciting.
Welcome back to Today on 2. We have a couple of prizes to give away for today. Good eating. We've got 2 cupcakes from Frosting's Bakery. And we also have a copy of the book that we talked about the other day, Single-Handed, written by Loretta Wade and featuring Keith Mays and his dog Wishbone. Very interesting book, so we have a copy of the book and 2 cupcakes from Frosting's as our prizes for today. Let's look at our merchant ads, and we'll see who we're going to talk about today. Deb's Bookstore, your hometown bookstore just down the road. Gift certificates always available. Browsers always welcome at Deb's Bookstore.
And Mr. Hicks Menswear, they have businessmen's top coats that are a third off the regular price, and they are now offering suits made to your measurements. They're located on Compass Way.
Tires for Less is more than just tires. They do minor engine repair, replace shocks and brakes and oil changes. See Greg and the guys at Tires for Less, the Firestone store, now on Highway 31 North.
What does happy look like? Step out in style with Allegria shoes at the Uniform Place. They have Hippie Chic, Houndstooth, and Midnight Garden. They're located on 2nd Avenue.
Tutor Doctor, make this the best school year ever. Help out those youngsters with personalized one-on-one tutoring. Free consultation is available. InHomeTutors-Alabama.com.
The Crew Earls Body Shop wants to remind you to move over for all emergency vehicles. They have large and small towing available, local or long distance at Earls Body Shop on Highway 31 or earlsbodyshop.com.
The H Chance Christian Bookstore, a better way to shop for Christian entertainment, featuring the My Evo Color tablet. Song downloads, e-books, audiobooks, and Bibles, video games, Christian software available.
People's Tires on Catherine Street, they have daily specials. On this Friday, they have $10 off of brake service, so go and visit them. They're located on Catherine Street.
And this is Doug Dogga Jewelers featuring Sorelli, the antique-inspired heirloom jewelry. That's one of the many reasons you shop at Doug Dogga Jewelers on Compass Way. And there we go with some of our merchant ads. Our telephone number, 256-734-7399. Let's try to be a little bit clever with our question for today. Two of our advertisers were probably very busy yesterday helping people. Do you have an idea who we're talking about? Especially people who may be stuck in the snow.
Oh, yes, I do know now.
Tell us, who are our two advertisers who were probably very busy helping people yesterday and maybe even more today?
Yes.
Who are we talking about? First person with the correct answer receives 2 cupcakes from Frostings and a signed copy of the book, Single-Handed, which is a great book, a good read and a true story about some people here in Cullman County. Okay. We're going to stump everybody today?
It's a snow day. No one wants to think on a snow day.
I'll tell you what, if you have won within the last 30 days, you're eligible to win again.
Oh, wow.
Normally...
and the phones start ringing.
Well, let somebody win today, even if you won yesterday or earlier this week, or normally you have to wait 30 days. We have a caller ready to go. Hello, who's calling?
Evelyn.
Evelyn, from where are you calling?
Coleman.
From Coleman. Okay. Who was helping people yesterday in emergency situations? You have an answer?
Earl's Body Shop.
Earl's Body Shop is one. What's the other one?
People's Tire.
No, not People's Tires. Think about it. Call us back. No, not that one. Think about it. Call us back. Okay. Earl's Body Shop was one of them. What's the other one? Need to get, okay, we have another caller ready to go. Paige?
Hello, who's calling?
This is Agnes.
Hi, and where are you from?
Vermont.
All right, do you have an answer for us?
It's Mullen Body Shop and Earl's Body Shop.
There you go. That's the right answer. Stay on the line, please. Thanks for calling in. Yeah, Earl's Body Shop, Mullen's Body Shop. I'll bet those wreckers were going nonstop. Probably from about 1 o'clock on yesterday and maybe all night long, too. I don't know. Let's look at the rest of our merchant ads right now. This time starting with AmeriGas, America's propane company. They have some new customer specials on tank set installation, first-year tank rent-free, and special pricing on first-year heating season.
The difference is not when you open our bottle, it's when you open our door, providing immunizations including flu, pneumonia, meningitis, shingles, and whooping cough. Ford and Family Pharmacy, a good neighbor pharmacy.
And Renard's Gallery and Gifts, an art gallery, a gift store, a jewelry store. Custom framing is available. Dennis does just outstanding work at custom framing at Renard's Gallery and Gifts.
And fitness opportunities are available at the Coleman Wellness and Aquatic Center. They're opening at 9 a.m. today. Day passes are available there. They have a 6-lane competition pool and indoor leisure pool.
Auto Tech, foreign and domestic auto repair and service. See David Methvin now on County Road 1354 in Vinemont between the Super Saver and Ridgemont Community Church.
And the Mini Blizzard Meal Deal is available right now at Dairy Queen for just $5. And of course, the Blizzard of the month this month is the Chocolate Candy Shop Blizzard.
Hansfield Guns and Ammo has lower prices on guns, ammo, and reloading supplies, and the January special includes the Judge, $394.99, tax included.
And Night Free Insurance has been providing insurance coverage for over 3 generations. They're one of the top 10 growth agencies in the state of Alabama for auto owners. Give them a call today at 734-4499.
And there's Mullen's Body Shop. They have been doing auto body repair and towing for over 50 years. I think they've got the hang of it now. Mullen's Body Shop.
And Baldwin Counseling Center, having problems, need to talk or want privacy? Well, Howard Rogers can help you out. He can offer weight loss and individual and lifestyle coaching.
There we go with our merchant ads for today. We do have some birthdays to talk about for this weekend. Who has a birthday today?
Well, today Regina Baker has a birthday. And on Saturday, Jake Blankenship and Christina Brandon celebrate. And on Sunday, James Blankenship and Jamie Bryan celebrate. And now it's time to draw for our 8x10 portrait from Baker Photography and our ice cream cake from Dairy Queen. Okay, our birthday cake winner for this week is Jack Clay. And I believe his birthday was on Monday. It was earlier this week anyway. Jack Clay is the winner of our birthday prizes. Coming up next, we'll look at our community billboards.
In the nation, we can't make every annoying thing disappear, but we can eliminate deductibles. Nationwide insurance members who add Vanishing Deductible get $100 off for every year of safe driving. Join the nation where deductibles go.
Nationwide is on your side.
Billboards are brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. And Baxter Back will be appearing live at the Coleman Civic Center Saturday, January the 19th for the Coleman County Cattlemen's and Cattlewomen's Annual Meeting. Registration begins at 5 and there's a steak dinner to be served. The Coleman Animal Shelter needs your help. The shelter needs items such as leashes, kitty litter, large wire crates, harnesses of all sizes from small to medium to large, and housing pens. Please call 338-2936 to obtain additional information. And the Saturday night dance will be held tonight featuring the Boogie Night Band. It's at the VFW post from 7 to 10. Cost is $5 per person. Come join the fun. And if you would like to email us a community billboard, please send it to channel2coleman@gmail.com, fax it to 734-7680, or friend us on Facebook, Channel 2 Coleman.
The weather forecast brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet on Cherokee Avenue. Sunny today. Things should be melting shortly. A high today of 49. Clear tonight, low of 31. Sunny again tomorrow, warming up to 54.
At Premier Bank, we are very proud of the long-lasting relationships we have with our customers. We'll go almost anywhere to meet your banking needs.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Meet the KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop. It might just change the way you cook. Induction technology heats the pan and not the cooking surface to offer you a new level of precision, speed, and energy efficiency. 9 settings give you different levels of heat to achieve precise temperatures and amazing responsiveness. Water boils in just seconds, making this the fastest to boil induction cooktop available. The KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop.
And we're back with That's Politics for a few minutes. We're talking with Representative Mac Buttram, some of the things that are coming down the pike when it comes to legislation and all. I still don't understand the plan to bring doctors into the issue of gun control. I mean, if someone's shot, obviously you're in a hospital, you take them to the hospital, the police are alerted, you know. But what is it that they think they can gain by having a doctor ask a patient questions? Mr. Craig, you mentioned it earlier.
Well, I don't know.
Now, maybe we were talking about two different things. There was some talk last year, and I've not heard that for this year, that doctors had talked about asking, when especially in pediatricians, if they had a patient, a child come in, and part of the questionnaire would be, are there weapons in your home, are there guns in your home, and how many, and things like that. And I heard some from pediatricians who said, we feel like that we have a responsibility to the children to make sure that they're well protected if there are guns in the home. And that's, I think, if that's what you're talking about.
You said something, I think, about the Privacy Act, didn't you?
Well, that was one of the things some doctors were saying, but I think Obama's plan to bring doctors into this picture, I'm not sure how you can, as a doctor, can say, okay, someone broke their arm. There's not a bullet hole.
I was assuming that it had to do with psychiatrists, psychologists, or counselors who are counseling, and they see the signs, or somebody actually says, I'm going to do this. And I think there's already a requirement that if
Well, that's
there's
what
a
I was
crime
thinking, yeah.
has been committed or somebody threatens bodily harm to somebody else,
Yeah.
that there's some requirement that they report. Now, I don't know for sure.
Well, that fella up in Colorado, you know, he'd been treated a lot by psychiatrists, and they didn't seem to know that. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
he didn't turn it into anybody.
Let me ask you this: what are the most important legislation? The two hot topics. What are you? What's your opinion in going into this next session? What would you feel so passionately about? What issues?
The one, still, what my passion is education, and one of the ways I look at education, we have, according to the way they've refigured the school dropouts, we graduate 72% of high school students in Alabama, which is up about 10% from the old way they figured high school graduation.
Okay.
And I don't know how that comes about, but the point is that there are kids who drop out of school, and when children drop out of school, they are more inclined to end up in the prison system and Medicaid, DHR, all those things.
Right.
We've got to get our graduation rate up, and Dr. Bice in K through 12, Dr. Heinrich in post-secondary, the community colleges, they're working on what's called Plan 2020, and by 2020 to have 90% graduation rate. And doing that and one of the things we'll do this year is give schools flexibility on their testing and how they can give credit for some subjects. For instance, if there is a young person who is in the welding program at the Career Center, the applied mathematics that they're having to use to learn in welding, or if they're in building sciences or something like that, the applied mathematics that they're learning and using every day in what they do, there's a way to apply that to their math requirements for the graduation. So a student who all he or she wants to do is get certified as a welder, that's their life goal. They're not they will not have to take some of the other subjects because they'll be using them in the discipline that they're in. So it makes the path to graduation a little bit easier, and the path for them to get a job they can get a job more quickly that way.
Okay.
And then I'm working on a bond issue to help bring career centers up to speed with what industry says they need. Right now we hear from industry that says we're getting young people who are coming in the job market, and although they've been trained in career centers or even in post-secondary, they're not trained on the same equipment that we're using.
The industry's using, right?
So they have to retrain them, spend some time retraining them. So we want to bring career centers, especially. This is what the bill I have is for K through 12 or high school, really. The career centers, to bring them up to industry standards statewide. So
we've got less than a minute, Mac. What can we look forward to having accomplished from this next session?
I think the things that we have on our agenda, the We Dare Defend Our Rights agenda, there'll be pro-life legislation. We'll strengthen the Second Amendment. Jobs are still the most important thing in everything that we see. So the bill that I'm talking about will aid in helping put people to work. Those things. So schools flexibility.
So you think you're going to strengthen the Second Amendment? Is that right?
Do whatever we can in Alabama to make sure.
Oh, you might be able to do it in Alabama, but I don't think.
Oh no, we can't do it on national level. But just to say,
I don't think you're going to get much done. Outside Alabama.
No, we can not going to cross the state line for sure with that.
Yeah.
Okay, we're out of time, gentlemen. Thank you so much,
Thank
Matt,
you
for coming to see us.
Thanks for the opportunity. I always enjoy it.
For today on 2, that's politics.